I'm Tony Lang.
What was your record?
My record as a professional was 13 wins, 1 draw, 4 defeats.
Who was your most challenging opponent throughout your career?
The fight for the British title in 1986 with Clinton Mackenzie.
What motivated you to continue boxing throughout your career?
What motivated me to become a boxer?
Yeah, and keep going with it as well.
Well, my big brothers started boxing, and they wouldn't take me with them. They said I was too little and I couldn't come. But I followed them one night, and I saw what they was doing, and I was captivated from there on.
Yeah.
This was at the Nottingham YMCA.
Yeah. How did you find starting off in that way? Do you think it helped you keep going, or?
I don't know. So to say. Talk to me slow, you know.
That's all. So where did you begin boxing?
When did I retire?
Where did you begin?
I told you, the Nottingham YMCA.
Yeah.
That's where my boxing started. It was on the YMCA it was a long time ago. I'd say about 1969.
Yeah.
About 1969.
When did you decide to retire from the sport, and what factors influenced it?
Well, that was after my last fight. It took place in Australia. And I was disillusioned, especially with the decision that went against me over there. By that time, I might have been 32, 33. Boxing is for young men, so I thought, you know, I've had enough of boxing.
Yeah. Were you happy with your career overall?
Was I happy with
your career?
No, far from it, because I was denied the opportunity to fight for world titles, which I know I should have been a world champion.
Yeah. How long was your career in total?
How long?
How long was your career?
Whoa. I turned professional in 1977. There was a 3-year gap because I got banished from a gym in London called the Royal Oak by a manager by the name of Terry Lawless, who was my first manager. So for 3 years I was in the wilderness. I came back into boxing, and I was in the game till about 1989. I had a professional career for about 10 years.
Who was the most challenging opponent in your career?
My most challenging opponent?
Yeah.
Amateur or professional?
Both.
Well, let's say the amateur one was a fella from Gloucestershire named Hutchinson. And this was fought on a police cadet show. That was it was a long time ago. Roy Hutchinson. The professional hardest challenge I ever had was a fighter by the name of Clinton Mackenzie, who came from out of South London. Yeah. That was for the British title.
What made it so challenging? What made it so challenging?
Made it so challenging was the first time I'd actually done 12 rounds.
Yeah.
And it was a fight that he wanted to win. I did want it, he would have retained his Lonzo belt outright.
Yeah.
After defending it twice, winning it once, defending it twice, you keep the Lonzo belt.
Yeah.
Which is quite prestigious in the world of British boxing.
Mm. So now that you've retired, what do you do now? Are you still involved with boxing? Are you coaching people, or are you? Well,
since I've retired from boxing, which is over 30 years ago, God forbid, I'm still in the game of boxing because it's the only thing I've ever really studied. So I train schoolboys, seniors, pensioners. Yes, I'm actively in boxing now. It's been going on for some time.
Yeah. Do you enjoy training people, passing on your knowledge?
I enjoy it for the simple fact is I'm passing on things that I learned from a very early age in my life.
Mm.
And yes, a lot of people can relate to me because of that It's,
Yeah.
it's a sin if I don't teach it.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been told.
Yeah, you've got all your knowledge there, you've got to pass it on.
So I do try and help as much people as I can.
Yeah. Have you got any students that you've coached go on to do similar things to you, go professional or win titles?
Well, the students I've had of late and before, they just want it for a confidence thing. I have taken one or two of them to fight level, and they've excelled.
Yeah.
Ability they have got, but the dedication that is required is not always there because of the work that some of them are committed to do.
Yeah.
Well, yes, there have been some very decent fighters, students.
So start off with your name, your age, and where you train.
Oh yeah, my name is Kevin Machetta. I'm a super heavyweight boxer. I train at Clifton ABC.
How long have you been boxing for?
I've been boxing for most part of a year.
Really?
Yeah, around a year. Yeah, you know, with a lot of commitment. You know, it's a long journey ahead, but
Yeah, you start you're on the right path.
yeah, still the start.
So that commitment, what does that entail? Are you always down at the gym, or are you you always got something to do every day?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Training's the first thing on my mind. You know, it's a priority. What it takes to be a fighter is the commitment. You know, if you're not training,
your opponent's working hard.
Yeah, your opponent will be working hard, and you know, it's a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hard work.
Do you find it ever like taxing on you? Do you feel like you're missing out on social things, like with your friends, if they're out having a party or something? Do you still go, or do you just leave it?
You know, I don't want to be like what's it called, like a party pooper.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a party pooper, but you know when you have your priorities, you know that it will pay off. When you have faith in your hustle, you will carry on, you will stick to it, and that's what boxing is about.
Yeah.
It's a hustle.
That's your lifestyle.
It's definitely a lifestyle.
How many fights have you had?
I've had 4 amateur fights.
What were the results for those?
I won all 4, and currently East Midlands champ.
Yeah. How was the fight to get that title, East Midlands champ?
Tough. Yeah. For a very good opponent. Opponent did have national titles and a few belts compared to me.
So you coming for the belts next then?
Oh yeah, definitely. So faith and confidence in yourself. That's what a fighter needs.
Yeah.
Outrunning the runners, outlifting the lifters. That's what it is about.
Keep going.
Yeah, definitely.
So what's next for you now that you're East Midlands champ? Where are you going to go from here?
Coming for it all, man. You know, Nationals, England, Olympics, and a couple of world titles. Got to conquer it all.
Yeah. And then you're going to agree.
And then we'll see what else there is to conquer.
What made you get into boxing?
To be honest, the real answer is I was just a fat, angry kid, and I got into a lot of trouble. And there's quite a lot of people that influenced me into boxing. A good friend of mine, Daniel, he had pushed me during my first boxing session. Tony Lang definitely helped me learn the art of boxing, and Nathan McIntosh really showed me my potential to what is possible, and I'm working on that now.
Nice. And who would be your inspirations in the world of boxing?
There's 2 specific people that I look up to, specifically because I relate to them. The first person being Anthony Joshua. Everyone knows him. I just relate to him a lot. His come-up story, and I really like how he works with the new and upcoming generation of boxers. Sorry, not only boxers, of youngsters. So I really look up to that. And got Delicious Sori, who's an Olympic boxer. I'm from Italy, came up through the racism, fought through all of that. Delicious story, really, mixed race from Russia, and I just relate to that a lot. And he's an Olympic, so if he can, I can, definitely.
And where would you want boxing to take you in life?
Around the world, all over. Because it's not something that everyone can do. So if you know you can do it, you should definitely go for it. Obviously, you can't ignore the fact that boxing pays a lot. You can't ignore that fact. But I want to travel, see what the world is like, and yeah, boxing can definitely bring that.
What could you see yourself going for now that you've got the East Midlands champ title after that?
In 2 weeks, I'll be fighting in the nationals, in the semi-finals, which I'm extremely proud of. In a year, not a lot of people have managed that in a year, especially with all the competition that is in England. And after winning the nationals, which I very much expect, the England squad tryouts. I definitely want to box for England, travel, box all over the world, Olympic, and then a professional career, which is a big dream of mine.
Nathan McIntosh, the record is 18 fights, 15 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw.
So what made you start boxing?
You know what? I tried all the other sports: football, karate, kickboxing. My dad took me all over, trying different things, and just one day I just fell into it because I ended up going with a mate and his dad at Tommy Thompson in Stenton. And then that's where it all started from there.
That's all the stuff. So how long have you been boxing for now?
27 years, 28 years.
What's motivated you to continue boxing then throughout those years?
My kids basically, and I've never done well in school or anything like that, so boxing's always been my lifeline, you know what I mean? And I've never had a fallback or a plan B, it's just been boxing.
So that's kept you determination and kept you going through the tough days kind of thing?
Yeah.
So what, your most recent fight, how did that go?
Most recent fight was good. I actually won it, but the game was a draw. I went to Poland, fought number 5 in Poland, got a draw with him. It was a tough Southport. But I'm on to I got a number 2 now in Poland in March. So it's going alright.
How are you feeling for that one? Are you confident?
Yeah, of course, man, brother. You've got to be confident in this game. Without confidence, you ain't gonna get nowhere.
Do you feel like your training makes you more confident, or are you just confident by nature?
I am confident by nature, but with knowing the amount of work and effort you put into the gym, that will make you a lot more confident.
Yeah, the hard work pays off.
Yeah, it pays off definitely.
Lovely stuff. Well, thank you very much for your time, and good luck with your next fight.
All right, top man.